Hey, hello, good morning. It's Sunday. I don't know what time it is, but I'm gonna check. It's 7:45. I feel like I should have known that. It's freezing. I'm so cold this morning. I don't know what temperature it is, so don't ask. Even though you can't ask because by the time you watch this, it won't be live anymore, right? Because you're not watching it right now. I can see who's watching it. Okay, let's not be weird anymore, right? So getting worse, or getting different, right? Are things getting worse, or are they getting different? They're totally getting different. Getting worse is a feeling. It's a mental. It's a matter. It's a feeling. It's feeling. It's getting caught up in your feelings about the thing, right? And it's really important to remember this. It's really important to remember this when things are changing, that we get caught up in things are falling apart. It's really based off of things not going as expected, right? Like you're expecting things to go like, oh, I got this amazing job and I talked to my boss and like things are set for life. They want me to develop in this role and like I'm going to be a supervisor and like amazing things are going to happen here. And you're really like, everything's set. What could go wrong, right? What could go wrong? And everybody's on board with this, but then all of a sudden something happens. Something that's going on in the world, perhaps. But let's say, I don't know, maybe something different. Maybe your boss, all of a sudden, a close family member has a health issue, and suddenly they decide, oh, I'm going to shut down this business and move to Brazil. I'm going to move to Brazil. I don't know. And they're just going to live out their days in Brazil. And suddenly this job, this future, this career, this path that you were originally on it's gone. And you might feel like things are getting worse. Oh no, my job is gone and everything's falling apart and all these plans I had for my future. And it can be very overwhelming. It can be very scary. It can be overwhelming. You don't know what's happening. Everything's suddenly changing, right? But all that it is things aren't necessarily getting worse, right? Things aren't necessarily getting worse. It's just the fact that we're caught up in these negative emotions about what's happening that makes it feel like that, right? Because that's what it is. It's all feelings. But things are just becoming different. It's an opportunity for something to change. That's all. It's an opportunity for something to change. And we think that change is bad because this is so perfect and this is so good and this is so great and amazing. All of a sudden, anything different, if it falls apart or if this goes away, anything different is a bad thing and it's not good enough, right? But what if that something different is even better? What if that amazing thing that you had going was just a stepping stone for your growth, for whatever it is that you needed to learn or develop or whatever it might be, and now there's an opportunity for something else to come into your life that's going to be even more amazing, right? So maybe this inspires you to do what your boss did and start your own business, right? But the second that door slams shut in your face and you no longer have this and things feel like they're falling apart, stop staring at this door saying, why are things falling apart? Why is this door closing? Why? Oh no, what am I going to do? And all you have to do is turn around and look at all the other doors, look at all the windows, right? How many of them are open? How many of them maybe you just have to go open the door yourself and see what's on the other side? You can start to explore these things. You can look at all these different opportunities. And maybe you do start your own business. Maybe it's something like a passion project, or maybe there's like a friend that you were talking about doing something with, or maybe you like get into your craft and you start selling those, whatever. I don't know. There's a million things out there, a million things that you could do, right? But you're never going to see any of those things as opportunities unless you actually look at them. When you're fixated on this one thing, on this door that's being closed, it's really, really easy. It's really easy to miss the fact there's all these other doors opening for you, right? Or there's all these other windows that are showing you other opportunities if you just, take the chance to turn around and look. Cool. So things are not getting worse. Things are not getting worse. It's just we think that they're getting worse. We feel like they're getting worse because of our attachments to the outcome, because of our attachments to what's going on. Whereas if we take a step back, right? Take a step back and you say, okay, this is literally no longer an option for me. This is no longer happening. This thing is okay. So what else is there? What else is there? What am I going to take from this and learn? How am I going to grow? And let's go figure out everything that I have to offer. How do I apply this in a way that puts food on my table? What do I do? And you can figure that out. And guess what? It might feel like things are getting worse when you're doing that too. It might feel like you're like, okay, this door closed. I'm going to open this door and see what's up. And nope, there's a fucking line behind that door. I'm not going through that door. I'm gonna go through this door. And there's like ghosts, and so you slam that door shut. You know, you're trying so many different things, and that in itself, I want to warn you, that in itself can also feel like things are getting worse, because it can be very frustrating. But that's again your feelings. It can be very frustrating. It can be very, very frustrating to have this shut down, this thing that you thought that was so perfect, and now you have to figure out something else. And that process of figuring it out, it feels like failure. Oh, I tried this and it didn't work. Oh, I tried this and it didn't work. And I tried this and it didn't work. And I tried this and it didn't work. And nothing is working. I can't believe that perfect job is gone, and nothing is working, and nothing is working. You know, it can feel like that, but that's why we really have to step out of the feelings and don't let them control us and how we react and how we behave. Every single thing that doesn't work, guess what? Every single thing that doesn't work, if this doesn't work, it's no longer part of the equation, right? It's no longer part of the equation. Every single time something doesn't work, it leaves you with all the stuff that could potentially still work. Unless, of course, you're like, oh, let's just keep going back to the one thing I know doesn't work, which is like a conversation about... I really want to make this joke. It's a conversation about toxic relationships, basically, going back to the thing that doesn't work. But really, that's what it is. As you start to explore these things, don't get frustrated by it. Just keep looking for the thing that does work, and keep following that inner guidance system that you have. And what am I going to say? Go meditate, go meditate, go meditate, because you need to refine that inner guidance system. And when you meditate and you contemplate, and when you step out of your feelings and your thoughts, because your brain could also be doing this, you'll get clarity. You'll get clarity, and maybe you'll have 5 opportunities in front of you, and by meditating you'll get clarity that 3 of those really don't like vibe with you, and you don't even have to bother opening those doors, right? Or maybe you can just put them on the back burner and say, I'm going to explore these 2 opportunities first, and those ones, maybe let's just try these ones first because they seem significantly more enticing or more aligned or whatever it might be. So go meditate. That's the solution to all of life's problems. Go fucking meditate. Always, always, always. Okay, it's 7:52. I'm gonna go exercise. A whole self-care thing. It's dancing. It doesn't even feel like exercise, but it actually is, and I sweat my ass off. So yeah, cool. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing Sunday. Don't stress. Don't stress. It's easy to get caught up in that, but it's a waste of energy. Just don't stress. You'll figure it out. You will figure it out. Have clarity by meditating. And the more you are in that stressed out, mental, emotional, high-strung state, the less clarity you have. So, meditation, my friends. Every single fucking day. At least 10 minutes. 10 minutes. That's it. And I have a free 10-minute like sample meditation, semi-guided, not like overly somebody jabbing in your ear, but also not like you have no clue what you're fucking doing. So it's actually quite perfect for beginners. 10 minutes, that's it. I can send it to you. It's quite lovely. It's quite lovely. Have an amazing day. Oh, look, no awkward sign-off, except right there by calling it an awkward sign-off or not calling it an awkward sign-off. I think I just made it awkward. Or then that made it awkward by messing up my words. Or then nothing's awkward, and maybe I'm just crazy.